Hello, I'm Laura. It's Sunday, August 10th, 2025, and these are today's Heartlines. In the headlines for Friday going into the weekend, we read that Salam Maklad, a woman from Syria who was part of the Druze sect there and in the minority, was seeking asylum in 2002. She came into the United States without the appropriate papers, but she married someone who had already received asylum and committed herself to going through the appropriate steps to receive asylum herself. And on the way to one of her appointments on July 9th this year, she was picked up by ICE agents and detained. But Friday, a federal judge by the name of Jennifer Thurston in California said she must be released, and she was released because she had committed no crimes and she was going through the appropriate steps to be here in the United States, where I'm coming from on this video. So wherever you are in the world, I know that freedom is important to you. It's important to me, not just for myself, but for all people. And this value is what called me into an unusual place yesterday. Now, I don't do this very often, but when I do it, it is because the calling in my heart is so strong that I put feet to my prayers and my ideas. And my husband and I found ourselves standing yesterday in a mile-long line of protesters, and they were protesting the ICE raids, some quite angrily. Well, I don't believe in doing things with anger. I respect the freedom of those who do, but I don't believe in doing things with anger. Rather, from a place of love and understanding that everyone is struggling to do their best. And what we can do is educate each other about how to best unfold and express the freedom and liberty that we know is an inalienable right of all human beings. So, as I was standing there, I didn't want to be too political, being a minister, and sometimes I wonder, oh my gosh, am I being too political? And then I turned to my right in this mile-long line, and the gentleman standing just to my north was holding a sign with an image of the face of the Statue of Liberty, and the sign said, "I'm with her." Well, I thought about what the Statue of Liberty says. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Yearning to breathe free. And I thought, I'm standing here with at least hundreds of other people actually practicing the freedom I have to breathe, to speak, to stand for what I believe in. And I am very grateful for that. But I also know that breathing free indicates that freedom comes from within. It comes from the very universal life that gave us the breath of life. And it is there where we first feel our freedom. And then in silent prayer can be tuned into the guidance that helps us express it in an outer way, not just for ourselves, but for others. So we are going to tune in to that inner freedom right now through a special statement as we take a deep breath, close our eyes, and focus on this thought. In love and understanding, I act with liberty and justice for all who yearn to breathe free. In love and understanding, I act with liberty and justice for all who yearn to breathe free. And so it is. So wherever you are in the world, I stand for your longing to breathe free, to know more of that spiritual and practical freedom in your life. And it doesn't matter what nationality, where you are, what your culture is, what your ways of thinking are, where you are on the political spectrum. Freedom is your inalienable right, as it is for all of us. And when we do stand in protest or just sharing our voice for freedom, we can do so with unconditional love and compassionate understanding. Thank you for joining me today, and have a wonderful day.